In this tutorial, I am going to show you how you can sort R tables or data frames. So what we are going to do is to load a table like this, and we are going to sort based on the columns. And let me also say that the R script, which contains all the codes for this tutorial, is available. So check the description box, you'll find the download link there. So you need to get the example data. So they can be found on one of my GitHub repos, which is here. I will leave the link to this page in the description box. So when we are here, download these two files. To download, click on any of them. So let's say this one, for example, click it. Then you'll be sent to another page, and when we are here, click on the download button here to download. You can also click on the raw. You'll be sent to this page, and when you are here, right click and then click on save pages. That will also download the file for you. So do for both files. I already have mine downloaded. So these are the files. Let's just take a peek. Let's open this one to see the contents. So this is the file. So these are differentially expressed genes. So basically, this is an RNA Seq results. I generated this using the Seq. So I used the Seq to perform a differential expression analysis, and then I subsetted the results. So if you're interested in that tutorial, you can check the description box. The link to that video is there, so that you can learn some new stuff on RNA Seq data analysis. Okay, so this one is another RNA Seq results. So basically, that's what we are going to use. Right. Now let's get back to the R interface. So on the R interface, what we are going to do is to set our working directory. So we are going to set the working directory to the directory which has the files. So I'll say set working directory, and then I'll say set wd, then I'll specify the directory which has the files. So this is my directory. So I'll set it now. Now I'm going to load the first file. So this is the first file. I'm going to load it. I'll start with that one. So I'll say the results one, and then I'll say read.csv. So this is the first file. I'll load it now. Okay, that has been done. Now before we start, let's do a quick exploration. We are going to display the column names. So I'll say call names, and I will specify the table. So this will display the column names. So I have them here. That's what we see here. Let's also display some of the rows. You know, there's a table, so we have rows and columns. So let's display some of the rows. So let's say display rows. So you can say head e_result1. And when we execute, we will get the first 6 rows. So the default number is 6. So if you want to specify a different number of rows to be displayed, you can do that here. Let's say 2. So this will display the first 2 rows for us. We have them here. Okay, enough of exploration. Let's start the exercise. So we are going to start by sorting this table. We are going to sort based on this column here. Let me display the column names again. So we are going to sort based on this column. So let's do that now. So I'll say sort by p adjusted value. This one here. So how do we do that? Now with the sorting, there are a number of approaches, but for this tutorial, we are going to use the order function. That's what we are going to use. I'll make some tutorials where I show the other approaches, but for this tutorial, we are going to use the order function. So take note of that. So if you are going to sort based on a column using the order function, we'll do this. We are first going to say sorted data underscore 1. So what we are going to do is to assign the result to this variable. That's why we are indicating that here. So it is sorted. Let me correct it here. So sorted underscore data underscore 1. So this is the variable name. Okay, I repeat. We are going to assign the results to this variable here. So that's why we are creating it first. Then we will indicate the table, what we want to sort. So we have d underscore result underscore 1. And then we bring a square brackets. Then in the square brackets, we will call the order function. So I'll say order. And then in the order function, I will indicate the column name. So I'll say d underscore result underscore 1 $p adj. So what we are doing is that we are sorting this table. We are sorting based on this column, but we need to specify the table dollar and then the column name. That is how we need to do it. So that's why I'll specify that here. After doing that, we bring a comma here. So the comma here tells R that we want everything to be returned to us. All the columns, we want them to return to us. Okay. We don't want to do any subsetting, so take note of that. I'll make some tutorials where I show how to subset data frames. So you can check the description box later on. Right, so let's execute this command. Right, so we have sorted the table or the data. So let's display them. Let's start with the original one. So let's display the original table. So I'll say head the results 1. I'll list the first 5 rows. So that has been done. Let's display the sorted one. So you say head sorted data 1. Let's add 5. So we have that also here. So with the original one, we have 0.5287, 0.726, 0.0083 in that order. With the sorted one, we have 0.0075, 0.008, 0.13 in that order. So that's how we do it. What you should notice that with the sorting, by default, it will be sorted in ascending order. So that is why when we display the sorted data or the sorted table, we had this one. So it's in ascending order. You can also manually confirm by checking here. That's why this table here, we have a small sample size so that you can inspect and check. So by default, the order function will sort in ascending order. Okay, so with the order function, there is an argument that is used to indicate the order for sorting. So it's like this. Let me just copy this and place it here. So by default, it's like this. Decreasing equals false. Let me just correct this one here. So it's decreasing equals false. This is how the argument has been set. That's the default value. So that is why it's being sorted in ascending order. So if you want to sort in descending order, then you change this to true. We are going to talk about that very soon. So I just thought I'll bring this to your attention. We will come back to it. Right. Now let's do something else. Now let's take a look at sorting in descending order. That's what we are going to do next. So how do we do that? We'll do that here. So let's say sort in descending order. Now here I'll show you two approaches. So let's start with approach 1. So in approach 1, let's say sorted data 2. We indicate our table. We bring our square brackets. We bring our order function. We indicate our column name. But here, what we do is that we bring a negative sign first. I repeat, with the descending order, the first approach we are using, we have to indicate the column name, but we precede it with a negative sign, a negative symbol like this, and then we bring our column name. This is how we do it. And then we bring our comma. So this will sort in descending order. So let's execute this command. Now let's display it. So let's say head sorted data 2. Let's display the first 5. So we have that here. So it's in descending order. You can also manually check and confirm here. You can sort. Let's just sort this one. Yeah, so we have them here, 9794. Okay, you can do that yourself. Let's proceed. So this is for approach 1. Now let's take a look at approach 2. So in approach 2, the sorted underscore data 3. We bring our table, bring our square bracket, we say order. And this time, we say results 1 $PA PJ. We don't bring a negative sign here, but we specify another argument. So we say decreasing equals true. This is how we set it. And then we bring our comma. So this is for approach 2. Now let's execute this command and then compare. So let's do a head sorted data 3 5. And we have that also done. So these are the two approaches for sorting in descending order. We have done that now. Perfect. Now let's take a look at something. So far, we have been sorting based on a single column, but it's possible to sort on multiple columns. So what we are going to do next is to sort the table that we have been using. We are going to sort by P adjusted value and log 2 fold change. We are going to sort by these two columns. So how do we do that? So we will do the ascending, by the way. So I'll say sorted data for, then you bring your table, you bring your square brackets, and then in the square brackets you indicate your other function, and then in the other function you specify your columns. So we'll start with this one, $PADJ, that's the P adjusted value, comma, and then D underscore results, $log2FC. So you bring both. And then outside the parentheses, you can bring your comma. So this is how we specify multiple columns. So just take note of that. So you have your table, you have your square brackets, you have your other function, and then you specify your arguments. So in this case, our two columns. So we are sorting by this and then this. So that's what we are doing here. So let's execute this command. Perfect, that has been done. So you can do ahead sorted data for to get our values. So that is what we have done here. So take note of that. So we can proceed. We can manually check and then confirm. You can also sort and then make one ascending, make the other descending. So you can try that. So because these are values, you can just add your negative to the one that you want to sort in descending order. So you can try that and then see. So I will leave that up to you. So just try and then let me get your results. Okay, so that is how we do it. Now let's proceed. What we've done so far was to sort based on values. We've done that here. We've done for a single column. We've done for multiple columns. We've done ascending and descending order. But it's possible to also sort in alphabetical order. So this is where the order table comes in. Let's just check. This one comes. So this one, we have this column here. Let's open it here as well. So we have this column, this one. So what we are going to do is to load this file, and then we are going to sort in alphabetical order, and we are going to sort on this column because this one is a column that has alphabets. So let's go back and then do that. Right, so sort in alphabetical order. So I'm going to first load the second file. I'll say D underscore results 2. That'll be read.csv. You say D results random 2.csv. So I will load it now. I will do a head to display the columns or the rows. So the head will display the rows. Let's start with the columns first. I think that will be better. So I'll use the column names function to display the columns. So we have them here. Now let's display the rows. So that will be head result 2. I have them here. So I'm going to sort on this column, the gen column. So let's do that. So I'll say sorted data 5. So I'll say d underscore results. This is 2. Order d results 2 dollar gen. And then I bring my comma because I want to return everything. So let's execute this command. Let's just make sure that we have entered everything correctly. Everything is fine. Perfect. So we have executed that. So let's do a head sorted data 5. So we have also done that here. So we have sorted in alphabetical order. So here it's also in this order. So we have A, B, C, D up to Z. So that's why we are starting with A here. So the original one, we have K, T, E, etc. So here it's this one here. So if you want a reverse, then that means that you want from Z to A. So that one, you can do that here. So let me just put this comment here. A to Z. This one, Z to A. So this will be sorted data 6. So we bring our table, bring our order function, bring our column, and then comma, and then we say what's decreasing equals true. And then we bring our comma. So this will display for us Z to A. So let's execute this command. Perfect, that has been done. So let's do a head sorted data 6. Five. So now we have that done fast. So this is how we also sort in alphabetical order. So we have done that. So we have looked at different approaches for sorting. So in this tutorial, we use the order function. You can also use other packages as well, like the dplyr can be used. There are other packages and other approaches. So I'm going to cover more tutorials on how to sort or order our tables and data frames. So just come back to this channel and then watch some more tutorials on that. So now that you are done with this, I also encourage you to check this playlist. You have more tutorials on R programming.